magic blue blur. I can't find the woman that I thought that we were. North was your laughter and south was your skin, but the magnets are dying and the metal is thin. I'm standing in a forest where the trees look the same, and I've forgotten the rules of this navigational game. I've got a broken compass and a map in the rain, trying to find a way out of this localized pain. Every path that I take leads me back to your door, but I don't live in your territory anymore. I'm walking in circles, I'm chasing the sun, a lost little soldier with a war that is won. The stars are all hidden by a thick, heavy cloud, and the silence of the woods is getting too loud. I used to follow the light in your eyes. Now I'm just staring at the empty black skies. I've lost my perspective, I've lost my way home in a world that is vast, and I'm traversing a state of the mind, something I left in the wreckage behind. I'll throw the brass casing into the deep and find a new rhythm in the secrets I keep. I've got a broken compass and a map in the rain, trying to find a way out of this localized pain. Every path that I take leads me back to your door, but I don't live in your territory anymore. I'm walking in circles, I'm chasing the sun, a lost little soldier with a war that is won. I lost my way, the needle is still just a broken compass and a long, lonely hill. I'm wearing my black dress and I'm standing alone in the garden of things that we've already sown. I've dug a small hole by the edge of the fence to bury the hope that didn't make sense. No priest and no choir, just the wind in the trees as I bring this old memory down to its knees. It's a funeral for a feeling, a quiet goodbye to the girl that I was and the you in her eye. I'm lower in the ice into the dark cold ground, without a witness and without a sound. Ash to ash and dust to the deep. The promises were no longer required to keep. I'm folding the letters like a white silk shroud, wrapping them up so they don't get too loud. I'm placing a stone where the laughter once lived, forgiving the things that were never forgiven. It's a peaceful departure, terminal grace, leaving a void in this hollowed out silence is only for the bees and the birds. The morning is over, the service is done. I'm walking away from the you and the one. It's a funeral for a feeling, a quiet goodbye to the girl that I was and the you in her eyes. I'm lower in the ice into the dark cold ground, without a witness and without a sound. Ash to ash and dust to the deep. The promises we're no longer required to keep. Rest in peace. Let it go. The grass is already starting to grow. I poured a cup at 7 and I let it sit, watching the steam slowly lose the fight of it. I was thinking of the things I should have said last night, before you walked out and turned off the light. Now the surface is oily and the porcelain is gray, just a liquid reflection of another wasted day. It's cold coffee, regrets, and a stale kind of pain. Watching the window for the first sign of rain. I'm swallowing the bitterness one sip at a time, punishing myself for an unspoken crime. The sugar didn't help and the cream didn't take in the cold coffee morning of a giant mistake. I remember when you steal a sip from my mug and give me a sleepy caffeine-flavored hug. Now I'm staring at the bottom where the ground's all collect, like the dirty remains of a life we wrecked. The heater is humming, but the kitchen is chilled, and the cup of my heart is no longer filled. Maybe I'll pour it down the drain and start new, but everything I brew just reminds me of you. It's the habit of us, it's the ghost of the routine, the loneliest breakfast that I've The dog is still waiting by the edge of the gate. He doesn't understand the concept of too late. And your mother still calls me to see how I am, while I'm trying to stay behind you, breaking down. It wasn't just us that you broke with your hands. It was the whole architecture of our shared land. It's collateral damage, the things on the side, the innocent bystanders of our suicide. The friends who are awkward, the plans that have died, the secrets we both were forced to provide. An explosion of two that has leveled the town. I'm the one watching the walls coming down. The coffee shop lady asks where you've been, and I have to explain the what and the when. Our favorite booth is now a crime scene of us, and our shared little dreams have all turned into dust. You didn't just leave me, you left a whole world, and watched as the flags were all suddenly furled. Is there anything left that isn't a scar? The keys to the house or the seats in the car? Everything we touched is a witness of pain in the cold, muddy aftermath of our personal rain. It's collateral damage, the things on the side, the innocent bystanders of our suicide. The friends who are awkward, the plans that have died, the secrets we both were forced to provide. An explosion of two that has leveled the town, and I'm the one watching the walls coming down. Picking up the pieces of a life that wasn't mine. Collateral damage at the end of the line. I'm tallying the hours and I'm tallying the years, counting the interest and the salt of my tears. I gave you my 20s and I gave you my soul, and you left me with a debt that I can't quite control. I'm checking the ledger for a sign of the grace, but I'm just a woman in a hollowed out space. I've got a debt to the past that I can't even pay, spending my future on a yesterday. I'm bankrupt of hope, and I'm short on the pride, with a hole in my pocket where the love used to hide. I'm paying for mistakes that I didn't even make, in the cold hard currency of a giant heartache. I see a new life and I see a new car, while I'm still stuck here at the edge of the bar. You got the credit and I got the blame, a structural failure in the us and the name. I'm looking looking for a refund or a moment of truth, but you already spent all the best of my youth. Tear up the pillow, just file for the end. I'm tired of being my own worst friend. The interest is rising and the balance is low, and I've got nowhere left for this money to go. I've got a debt to the past that I can't even pay, spending my future on a yesterday. I'm bankrupt of hope, and I'm short on the pride, with a hole in my pocket where the love used to hide. I'm paying for mistakes that I didn't even make, in the cold hard currency of a giant heartache. Zero balance, but the weight is still there, paying my debt to the empty air. You gotta leave, and you gotta be free, leaving the mess and the wreckage to me. I'm the one with the boxes and the one with the bills, the one who is climbing these mountainous hills. I'm wearing the crown of the survivor today, while my spirit is starting to rot and decay. Heavy is the head that wears the weight of the end, trying to be my own lover and my own best friend. I'm holding the ceiling up with my own two hands, while the floor is all turning to sinking wet sands. It's a royal disaster, a sovereign of pain, the queen of a kingdom that's washed by the rain. I have to be fine for the world and the them, hiding the tear in the fabric and hem. I'm answering the questions with a practiced old smile, while I'm drowning in a river of my own bitter bile. You were the jester, you were the thief, and I'm the monarch of a localized grief. Take off the jewels and take off the lead. I just wanna sleep in my own quiet bed, without the responsibility of keeping it whole, the crushing demand on a hollowed out soul. Heavy is the head that wears the weight of the end, trying to be my own lover and my own best friend. I'm holding the ceiling up with my own two hands, while the floor is all turning to sinking wet sands. It's a royal disaster, a sovereign of pain, the queen of a kingdom that's washed by rain. The crown is too much, the throne is too wide. Heavy is the head that your laugh was a beautiful sound, but it was just the echo of a heart being found. And those long quiet walks on the edge of the shore, they were just the rehearsals for not talking anymore. I was reading the symptoms as a sign of the health, while you were just slowly losing yourself. In hindsight it was crying, a slow motion weep, the secrets you weren't even trying to keep. The way that you looked at the setting of the sun was the countdown to when we were finally done. I missed all the warnings, I ignored all the rain in the black and white version of a localized pain. You bought me those flowers on a random July. I thought it was love, but it was just a goodbye. A beautiful bandage on a wound that was deep, a promise that you knew you could never quite keep. Every I love you had a but at the end. I was losing my lover while I was losing my friend. If I look at the photos with a clinical eye, I can see the exact moment the light started to die. It wasn't a spark, it was a slow, steady leak of the woman I was and the way that we seek. In hindsight it was crying, a slow motion weep, the secrets you weren't even trying to keep. The way that you looked at the setting of the sun was the countdown to when we were finally done. I missed all the warnings, I ignored all the rain in the black and white version of a localized pain. Tears in the lens, now I can see it was always ending for you and for me. I gave you a pardon before you even asked, while you were still wearing the lies that you masked. I thought if I loved you enough you would change, that the mercy I show would be something you'd range. But you took the I'm sorry and used it as gold, while the heart in my chest started growing so old. It's misplaced forgiveness, a waste of the grace, a beautiful mask on a treacherous face. I opened the gates and I let you walk free, while you were busy just burying me. I gave you the keys to the kingdom of us, and you turned the silver and gold into dust. I should have been angry, I should have been loud, instead of just blending into the forgiveness cloud. I thought I was holy, I thought I was kind, but I was just leaving my sanity behind. Now I'm the one paying the price for your sin, while you're out there starting all over again. it's okay, the pardon is done. I'm taking back the life that you thought you had won. Put me on the stand and let the jury decide. I got nowhere left for my secrets to hide. I'm testifying against a girl in the glass, watching the evidence of our failure pass. I remember the nights when I didn't even try, and the moments I let our connection just die. I'm my own worst witness, I'm the judge in the jail, the reason our forever was destined to fail. I'm pointing the finger at the heart in my chest, feeling the simple and everyday test of being the person that you needed to see. In the wreckage of you and the ruins of me. I've got a photo of the things I did wrong, the times I was weak when I should have been strong, the arguments I started just to feel some heat, in the way that I led us to a total defeat. There's no one to defend me, no one to plead, just the cold hard facts of my own history. Sentence me to life in this quiet old house, or let me go free like a frightened little mouse. But I can't escape the voice in my head that's replaying the should haves and the things that I said. I'm my own worst witness, I'm the judge in the jail, the reason I forever was destined to fail. I'm pointing the finger at the heart in my chest, feeling the simple and everyday test of being the person that you needed to see. In the wreckage of you and the ruins of me. Guilty as charged, case is closed. My own worst witness, and everything's exposed. You said all the words that a girl wants to hear, whispering safety and calming my fear. But the bricks were all hollow and the mortar was dry. You were building a palace on a beautiful lie. I thought we were headed for a garden of grace, but we were just moving to a desolate place. The road was paved with bad intentions from the start, a calculated breakdown of a trusting heart. I was looking at the flowers, you were looking for the exit. I was writing the poem, you were busy to wreck it. It's a highway to nothing, a street to the end, built on the bones of your only best friend. Did you know in December that you leave in July? Were you practicing the hello and the goodbye? Every kiss was a stone in the wall you were building. Every promise was just a fake kind of gilding. I was the passenger, you had the wheel, and you drove us right over the edge of the real. There's no use in repair, and there's no use in fix when the foundation is made of your dirty old tricks. I'm walking back home on was paved with bad intentions from start. A calculated breakdown of a trust and heart. I was looking at the flowers, you were looking for the exit. I was writing the poem, you were busy to wreck it. It's a highway to nothing, a street to the end, built on the bones of your only best friend. The asphalt is cracking, the signs were all wrong, paved with intentions where I don't belong. In this version, I don't say the thing that I said. I stay in the kitchen and I make us some bread. In this version, you don't walk away from the door. You stay and you tell me you love me some more. I'm taking the red pen to the summer of 22, trying to change the outcome of another view. I'm rewriting the script, I'm changing the lines, ignoring the warnings and the no entry signs. I'm casting us both in a happy light, fixing the ending of that cold winter night. It's a fictional world where we're still together, untouched by the change in the emotional weather. I removed the scenes where we shouted so loud, and the ones where we were just a face in the crowd. I added a chapter of I'm sorry and please, and I brought the whole story right down to its knees. But the ink is all imaginary, paper is ghost. I'm a playwright, I'm nothing on a desolate coast. Can a lie be a comfort if you believe it enough? Can the smooth of the fiction hide the real and rough? But the curtain is falling and the theater is bare, and I'm talking to a ghost in an empty side chair. I'm rewriting the script, I'm changing the lines, ignoring the warnings and the no entry signs. I'm casting us both in a happy light, fixing the ending of that cold winter night. It's a fictional world where we're still together, untouched by the change in the emotional weather. But not the one that I wrote, rewriting the script while I'm losing the boat. The rearview mirror is a cruel kind of friend, showing the road where the years had to end. I saw you on the porch with your head in your hands, while I was off chasing some imaginary lands. I thought the horizon was better than home, but now I'm just a queen in a kingdom of foam. I should have stayed, I should have fought for the light instead of just out of reach, and now I'm the lesson that I didn't want to teach. I remember the key turning slow in the lock, and the way that the silence was a physical shock. I could've said sorry, or I could've just said, but I was too busy with this and with that. Now I'm in a hotel with a view of the street, wishing for the rhythm of your heart's steady beat. Can I turn the car around and drive back in time to the moment I decided on this emotional crime? But the bridge is over and the maps are all gone, and the road only goes on and on. I should have stayed, I should have fought for the light instead of just running into the middle of the night. I traded the warm for the cold and the gray, and I've been regretting it every single day. Grass wasn't green, it was just out of reach, and now I'm the lesson that I didn't want to teach. Too late, the engine is hot. I should have stayed, but I did not. The clock on the wall says it's 3 in the morning. I missed every sign and I missed every warning. Now I'm tracing the shadows of the fan overhead, wishing for sleep in this wide empty bed. There's a crack in the plaster that looks like a map of the traps that I set and the us in the trap. I'm staring at the ceiling, looking for a sign in the architectural silence of what used to be mine. The drywall is blank and the texture is white, like the hollowed out feeling of my heart tonight. Counting the minutes and counting the flaws in love that was lost without any cause. I remember the nights when I sleep on your chest, feeling the rhythm of a heart at its best. Now I'm just listening to the hum of the fridge and the sound of the cars on the faraway bridge. Every blink is a movie of what we once were, a technicolor ghost in a black and white blur. Maybe if I close my eyes I'll drift away to a world where you decided to actually stay. But the darkness is heavy and the plaster is real, and I'm paralyzed here by the way that I feel. I'm staring at the ceiling, looking for a sign in the architectural silence of what used to be mine. The drywall is blank and the texture is white, like a hollowed out feeling of my heart tonight. Counting the minutes and counting the flaws in a love that was lost without any cause. Still awake, the sun's almost here, staring at the ceiling in a house full of fear. I'm checking the mailbox, I'm checking the screen, looking for a sorry that's never been seen. I've rehearsed the forgiveness, I've prepped for the talk, but I'm just a woman on a lonely old walk. You left with the last word and you left with the pride, leaving the been suddenly bitten. I'm waiting for a bridge that you're never gonna build, a gap in the story that will never be filled, a silence so stubborn it's become its own name. The apology that never came. Do you wake in the night with a twitch in your hand? Do you remember the house that we built on the sand? Or is it easier to just act like I'm the one who did all the damage and had all the gun? I'm starving for justice, I'm starving for peace, but your pride is a prisoner that won't get released. Maybe I don't need the words to be free. Maybe the pardon is inside of me, but it's hard to move on when the ledger is red and all of the sorries are stuck in your head. It's the apology that never came, the letter unwritten, the final I'm sorry that's been suddenly bitten. I'm waiting for a bridge that you're never gonna build, a gap in the story that will never be filled, a silence so stubborn it's become its own name. The apology that never came. Still waiting. No, I'm moving on. The apology is missing, and you're already gone. I was standing on the bank with a match in my hand, thinking I was brave, making a stand. I watched the timber catch and the smoke start to rise, an orange reflection in my stubborn eyes. I thought I was moving to a better shore, but I can't find the way to your side anymore. It's the bridge I burned, the path I destroyed. Now I'm just staring into the void. The river is wide and the water is deep, and I've got a promise I can no longer keep. I'm stuck on this island of my own design, watching the ashes of what used to be mine. I can see you over there, silhouette in the mist, the man that I loved and the man that I kissed. You're reaching out a hand, but the distance is vast, a permanent record of a moment that's past. The charcoal is floating on the surface of the blue, the physical wreckage of me losing you. Maybe I can swim or maybe I'll sing. It's a long way to go just to find an The current is strong and the matches are spent, and I'm living with the why and the way that it went. It's the bridge I burned, the path I destroyed. Now I'm just staring into the void. The river is wide and the water is deep, and I've got a promise I can no longer keep. I'm stuck on this island of my own design, watching the ashes of what used to be mine. Smoke in the air, the wood is all gone. I'm on the wrong side as the day marches on. I bought my own flowers and I bought my own wine. I'm the only one here on this Saturday of mine. I thought that the liberty would feel like a flight, but it's just the way of the nothing tonight. The rent is too high and the ceilings are tall, and I'm starting to feel incredibly small. This is the cost of leaving, the price of the free. A mountain of I and a desert of me. I traded the heat for the wide open space, and I'm losing the memory of your familiar face. It's an expensive lesson, a high interest rate in the lonely economy of a giant mistake. I don't have to argue, and I don't have to share, but there's no one to witness the color of my hair, or the way that I laugh at a silly old show. The silence is a text that I didn't want to know. I'm the master of my time and the master of my fate, in a house that is empty and a day that is late. They say that you can't put a price on the soul, but I'm looking at a ledger that I can't control. I've got all this self and I got all the wind, but I trade it all back to be us once again. This is the cost of leaving, the price of the free. A mountain of I and a desert of me. I traded the heat for the wide open space, and I'm losing the memory of your familiar face. It's an expensive lesson, a high interest stake in the lonely economy of a giant mistake. Paid in full, but I'm broke inside. The cost of leaving with nowhere to hide. I was doing just fine, I was moving along. I had a new rhythm and a new kind of song. Then I saw that old photo of us in the rain, and it brought back the fire, and it brought back the pain. pain. It's a stinging sensation, a sharp little bite, like a grain of the ocean in a cut in the night. It's the salt in the wound, the sting on the scar, reminding me exactly of how broken we are. Just when I think that the skin is all grown, a name or a place makes me feel so alone. It's the seasoning of sorrow, the flavor of grief, with no sign of mercy and no sign of relief. The radio played that one song that you liked, and the needle of my memory suddenly spiked. I'm back in the kitchen, I'm back in the car, wonder exactly where the hell you are. It's a chemical reaction, I can't even stop the weight of the ocean in one little drop. Stop rubbing it in, let the healing begin. I'm tired of the places where the trauma gets in. I wanna be numb, or I wanna be new, but I'm constantly seasoned with the essence of you. It's the salt in the wound, the sting on the scar, reminding me exactly of how broken we are. Just when I think that the skin is all grown, a name or a place makes me feel so alone. It's the seasoning of sorrow, the flavor of grief, with no sign of mercy and no sign of relief. Stinging, burning again, the salt in the wound, the howl in the wind. It's not just the absence of a voice or a song, it's the way that the shadows are heavy and long. It's the pressure on my eardrums, a hum in my brain, like the sound of the ocean without any rain. I can feel it on my shoulders when I walk through the hall, the weight of the nothing that is covering all. It's the weight of silence, the turn on my chest, the house that is failing, the sanctuary test. It's louder than shouting, it's harder than stone, the crushing reality of being alone. I'm gasping for air in a vacuum of sound, where the you and the me can no longer be found. I dropped a glass bottle just to hear the crack, but it didn't bring any of the melody back. Just a sharp little punctuation in an infinite line of the quietest version of what used to be mine. I try to scream out, but the air is too thick. The silence is heavy and the silence is sick. If a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there, does it make a sound or just thin out the air? If I'm crying in the kitchen, but the quiet winds, the weight of silence, where the sorrow begins. There's a lump in my throat, I could drag it all till a collection of pleases, and I'm all inclined will. I kept them all down to keep the house still, and I fed on the quiet until I was filled. But they're starting to burn and they're starting to fade, all the sentences I didn't have the courage to make. These are the words I swallow, the truths I suppress, the heavy I love yous that I never confessed, and that I'm so angry that I buried in sin. Now they're a desert that's taking command. I'm choking on the things that I should have let go, a harvest of secrets that I didn't want to show. I wanted to tell you, but I felt like I was small, like a bulb on the ceiling or a crack in the wall. But I smiled and I nodded and I said I was fine, while the poison was leaking all over the line. Now you're gone and the vocabulary is dead, and I'm haunted by the dictionary in my head. If I spoke them all now to the empty night air, would the ghosts of our history even still care? Would they just dissolve like a mist in the sun? The damage is finished, the talking is done. These are the words I swallow, the truths I suppress, the heavy I love yous that I never confessed. In me, I'm so angry that I buried a sin. Now the desert is taking command. I'm choking on the things that I should have let go, a harvest of secrets that I didn't want to show. Quiet burning my chest, the words I swallowed were finally at rest. I woke up and reached for the space on the right, forgetting for a second the end of the fight. The smell of your citrus and the sound of your breath was a momentary triumph over emotional death. But the sheet was as flat as a desert of snow, and I'm back in the world where you had to go. I'm living with yesterday's ghost in my bed, bad habit, a beautiful dream, and I'm trying to grab it, but my fingers go through, and the vision dissolves while the axis of my world just slowly revolves. I'm living with yesterday's ghost in my bed, repeating the sentences that you never said. A transparent lover in a translucent room, a flicker of light in the middle of gloom. I'm chasing a shadow that I can't even hold, in a story that's already bitter and cold. Still here, but you're not. The ghost of yesterday is all that I've got.